YouTube? This is your boy Cool C doing an update video and working on my car while I have the time to do it. Still waiting on the truck. My little incident with Western Express. So, as y'all know, the whole front end was damaged. It was about $26,000 worth of damage done to the truck. Still can't get them on the phone to find me an adjuster to pay the claim that I put in with them. So my insurance went ahead and took care of it. Trying to get the truck back on the road. Should have it done by next week, hopefully, so I can get back out here and make this money. Even though right now the load board looks kind of crappy, but you know, it is what it is. Gotta do what I gotta do, make this money. But hopefully soon I'll be posting another video soon when I go up there and pick up the truck and see how she runs then. Kind of hurts a little bit because I was going to trade the truck in this year, get another truck, but now the truck value is going to be crap since it's been in an accident. You know how that is. Vehicle gets in an accident, ain't it's worth as much as it was. But still going to see what I can do. Try to get a different truck. I've always been a person, you know, if one of my cars has been wrecked or something, which I've never been in a wreck, but if a car was in a wreck or something, I wouldn't buy it. Just because it's not the same quality as it was when it came from the factory. So, you know, just a little superstition. But here today working on my Audi. Gotta replace the throttle body boot. It's cracked in multiple places, losing turbo power. Hopefully this fixes it. If not, gotta figure out what's going on with it. But since I'm on downtime, I just gotta take it one day at a time, get some stuff caught up around the house before I hit back on the road again. But y'all know how it is. I watched a video the other day of Trucker Brown. He was talking about, you know your company and stuff like that. If you're out here trying to run, but you're working for a regional company that sends you home every week, that's not the company for you. I like to add something to that. What he really should have said is, know your lane. And stick to it. If you're a guy that needs to be home every week, then make sure you work for a company that does that. That gets you home. If not, then don't work for that company. A lot of choices out here is done by what you do, not the company. Now if you work for a company and they keep saying, oh, we can't get you home, we can't get you home, that's a different story. Now I worked for a company like that that said, well, you work 6 days and we'll get you home, but they couldn't do that. So I left and went back to the company that I started with because I knew they could. Even though the pay wasn't really all that, it was decent, but it wasn't great. I was just trying to make moves and better my position, and it kind of backfired in my face, but I got different experience. And that's all it is out here, is gaining experience. I'll tell anyone to this day, I don't know everything about trucking. I don't think anybody does. because there's always something new going on. Something's always changing, things are always happening. Every day you learn something. And the day that you quit learning, well, that's the day that, or the day that you think that you know everything, is the day that you're going to mess up and have a serious accident or hurt yourself or hurt others. So, as you can see, this is broke pretty bad. I tried to tape it up for temporary because no one around here carries these parts. It's kind of hard finding parts for my car because we don't have Audi dealers close by or anything like that to get parts from, or most of these places carry Chinese parts, which, you know, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but Audis are really strict about what they work with. But back to that, just know your lane. You know, if you're a guy that don't mind being on the road 2-3 weeks at a time, then find a company that can run you 2-3 weeks. I don't have that problem because I own my truck and I run the way I want to run. I was given advice by someone in my family that's been out here a long time, and they told me don't stay out longer than 2 weeks in a truck. And that was, you know, their recommendation, because they said, you know, it gets pretty rough being by yourself. Some people like it. I don't mind it. I like the quietness, no one telling me what to do. Drive the truck, get the load there, pick up another load, keep on moving. But there's times I want to come out that truck, and about time when I decide to go home, it's time for me to come out the truck. Alright, so back to what I was saying. Sorry, I had to pause the video there for a second. Know your lane, know the company that you want to work for. Do your research, talk to people. And not everybody's experience is going to be the same with that company. Like the companies I work for, some people loved it, some people didn't like it. Of course, if they didn't like it, they didn't stay. I was just ready for something different and kind of do my own thing instead of someone telling me what to do. So I chose to buy my truck and do my own thing. But you know, it's trucking, and these companies, their main concern is getting that freight moved. And when you become an owner-operator, it's kind of the same way. You know, because you still, instead of now, you know, like the company finding me freight, I gotta find my own freight and talk to agents and everything else to get my freight. So I gotta look at the agents as my customers, treat them right, do what I say I'm gonna do, and be safe about it, and get the job done. Just like, you know, this accident kind of hurt me a little bit because I had to be down. The customer I was working with, you know, they want us to, you know, we gotta move this freight. And then there was a whole lot of inconvenience going on with my truck being down, and you know, lost the contract over it. And just remember, you know, you're always replaceable, so someone else will step up and take that position. So hopefully when I come back, that opportunity will still be there. But if it's not, you know, it's not too big of a deal. I'll just have to figure out something else and keep doing it. Now I gotta figure out how to cut this. But anyways, so, you know, my recommendation is, you know, you listen to these YouTube guys just like I do, but make sure you take everything with a grain of, you know, don't take it with a grain of salt, but just take their advice, you know, listen to it, and if it makes sense to you, apply it to what you're doing, but doesn't mean they're absolutely right. Because at the end of the day, what they're doing might not work for you. Find something that works for you and do it. I'm trying to make a mark here so I know where to cut it. And that's all I got to say about that. But anyways, been fun, YouTube. Hit the like, subscribe. I will start making more videos. I've just been going through a lot of crap. Fighting with Western Express, trying to get them to hurry up and pay this claim out and all this other great stuff. I will say, if you happen to find yourself in involvement with Western Express, they don't move too quick at all. Seems like they really just don't care, especially when you're an owner-operator and their driver is at fault and your business kind of suffers, because if you only got one truck like I do for right now, you know, your business is kind of stopped. But just keep working at it, get on the nerves, call them every day. That's what I do until something gets done. But also, you know, if your insurance is going to cover everything, that's probably the easier way to go. Let them cover it and then they go back after them. But you know, the time loss, money loss, and all that stuff, I had to find a lawyer to do all that stuff. I got one that's willing to help out, so they're just waiting on my word to take it over. So once I get back on the road, I'll let them deal with it so I don't have to, and keep moving and keep making money. But until next time, YouTube, peace.